Hi, my name is Miranda, and I'm a ranger from Georgia, and I'm going to tell you why I joined the Rangers. I guess you're wondering why I joined the Risbon Rangers. Well, to start off, truth be told, as a 19-year-old girl, I have never heard of Risbon Rangers until now. The first time I heard about Risbon Rangers was when I was in a Vic Mignogna panel at the Anime Week in Atlanta convention in 2014. Actually had a fun time there until he mentioned that there's actually a thing called Risbon Rangers. So probably right after the whole convention, the panels, and the autograph that I got from Vic Mignogna, I went to join the Risbon Rangers, and I gotta say, I've never been so happy to join the Risbon Rangers. What I love about the Risbon Rangers is that you make some really awesome friends there. And like what Vic says, you can have dinner with them and like become really good friends with them. And he said one time that the Rangers also got married once. So actually, I love the Rangers because it's something that's new to me, and I get to this place where I can just go online and read about some people's experiences while meeting Vic Mignogna. How I became a fan of anime and manga? Well, it might start around middle school, probably 6th or 7th grade, when I actually heard about anime and manga. And to be in fact, my first manga was, I don't remember, but it was either Naruto or Vampire Game, which is not a very popular manga, but it's a really good series, but I stopped reading it because I think I lost interest in it. And the only anime that I actually took seriously on it before I actually heard of the other animes that are out there was Bakugan, and I was actually a huge fan of Bakugan. I collected a lot of these things, and I was a huge fan of some of the characters, for example, Dan Kuso, Shun Kizami, Marucho Marumakura, and I collected a lot of Bakugan stuff until I realized that there's more anime out there, and that got me into other things like Fullmetal Alchemist and other things, which I pretty much enjoy. Starting with events that came into my life. Well, first off, I was a Girl Scout for only 1 year. That didn't do so well. So my mom decided to take me to ballet lessons, and I learned dance, and I learned a lot of things in dance, and then of course I wore these things. And let's just say that they are killers, but once you get used to them, you just have to tape your toes a lot, so. But I never got used to them, so I moved on to something else called jazz, which I do a lot of jazz dancing. And most of them, when I got into middle school, I was part of a youth group in my Lutheran church in Atlanta. And pretty much religion was part of my life. And I did a lot of things just to spread the word and love of God to everyone who has never felt it before. And the last thing I ever did to work for God as a youth group was going to Nashville, Tennessee, and doing the things that people let us do. We sort out shoes, we do a lot of cleaning for the schools that most of the kids that parents can't afford them to go to. And of course, every single year, we do a Thanksgiving market for the hungry. And then there's anime. Anime is like one of those newer things. I pretty much am used to anime and manga. When I heard about Japanese sub, I was like thrilled. I was actually like not so certain about it. And then once I started watching Japanese sub, it was amazing. Well, Japanese dub with English subs in it, so it was amazing. And I meet lots and lots of friends who are in anime. I mean, people who don't even notice that there's something called anime out there are missing out. Well, time to talk about Vic Mignogna now. And how he came to, like, what made me feel like he's made my life so important. Well, first off, when I started reading Fullmetal Alchemist and watched Fullmetal Alchemist, the original one, the 2003 version, I had never heard of Vic Mignogna before. And then when I think I stopped watching the original Fullmetal Alchemist, then watched other things. And when I was watching Ouran High School Host Club, and I heard Tamaki's show, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the guy who does Edo Dalric. I was completely shocked. And when I noticed he does Vi from the, I can't remember his name, the Chronicles or something. The Tsubasa Chronicles, there we go. I just realized that there's some voice actors that did many amazing things. Like, for example, this guy here. I was actually amazed by Edo Dalric when I decided to get back in reading Fullmetal Alchemist in high school. I mean, I probably stopped reading when Edo Dalric learned that Mace Hughes has died. And then when I heard that there was a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I started watching that. And I completely enjoyed myself with the emotionals and the feels and the craziness, the silliness, the drama. And when I started looking at Vic and looking onto the YouTube videos of him in panels, I started to grow fond of him. Even my sister grew fond of him because we think he's amazing. He's an awesome guy who does awesome things. And when I went to his panel, I had tons of fun. Even when he got into his detail with his religion, which is really touching to his heart, to my heart. So I do get emotional in my heart with religion. So, and actually, he helped me to figure out like the whole voice acting thing. Because in my life, when I was like probably in middle school or something, I thought I wanted to be a voice actress. And then when I got into drama class, which was in freshman year of high school, I just noticed that it's not easy. It's not really that easy to get into acting. You have to do tons and tons of stuff to get into acting. And once you've probably done acting, you can do voice acting, which I did not finish acting classes in high school. I just continued dance classes in high school, which I have no idea that has anything to do with acting. It's like one of those things that you can do, but yeah, he told us that you can't be a voice actor or an actress without acting. Okay, last thing before we go on to the next Rizmo Ranger. I actually did a project which is amazing, and it took me 2 weeks to finish it, so here we go. I made an automail arm. This is the hand. Of course, I need to do some fixing things because it came apart as usual. It's fine because it took me 2 weeks to finish this before Halloween. Hold up, buddy. Here we go. Of course, this thing came off, so I'm fixing this part. And here's the forearm and the upper arm area. As you can see, I think I did a really good job on it. And of course, I do have a body part, but it keeps ripping apart, so I'm gonna go fix that. And the part and the magical thing that keeps the whole costume together is this glove. And of course I have a coat, but I'll show you a picture of it probably in the video and show you my cosplay of me being Edo Dalric. So